saw last week's show, you saw me take my first chamois ever. It's this absolutely beautiful animal that is indigenous to Europe and the Middle East, and they have thrived in New Zealand. Well, after my chamois hunt, we were ready to go after free-ranging tahr, which are also up in the mountains of New Zealand. But this time we were moving from the 5-star accommodations to a wall tent camp up in the mountains in a remote location. All right, pretty cool. We're in the little town of Marama. We think these possums were brought in here for the fur trade in the late 1800s, but they're not indigenous and they're actually spreading out all over the place, causing some issues. So literally the government is kind of waging war on these possums. They're trying to shoot a lot of them. But they do have a beautiful pelt and they do make some really cool stuff out of them apparently. So let's go check it out. That is not something you see every day. Possum merino wool. It's made out of possum. Doesn't smell like possum. They must have washed it. A possum insole.
They're super warm for how thin.
So that's what I need, huh?
Yeah.
There it is, the New Zealand brush-tailed possum. So pretty excited. We got a little inliner for the shoes and the sweater, and we're gonna go try and get one so we get a really close-up look at one of these rascals. Now when I think wall tent, I think a little more rustic, kind of a rough camp, but this was unbelievable. They had wooden frames. The cots weren't really cots, they were actually bed frames. So we had cots set up with bed frames on them, so it was almost like you were sleeping at home. Pretty dang nice accommodations for being up in the mountains. Well, like almost all the other animals in New Zealand, tahr are not indigenous to New Zealand. They're actually from Nepal, Tibet, and parts of India. So it's pretty neat that they moved them there, and they've done amazingly well in New Zealand, like a lot of the other animals that have been moved in or transplanted into New Zealand. Well, in talking with some of the local people, and I don't know if it's true, but they said that they actually have trapped tahr there in New Zealand and brought them back to some of the places that they're indigenous to where they're not doing as well. So pretty neat that it's such a success story with this non-indigenous animal in New Zealand that's doing amazingly well. Well, they're also great to eat, and they make for a great animal to chase in New Zealand. Well, Skipper was up first, and we were glassing a ton of tahr on the mountain. We had timed our hunt with the rut, and it was just a fluke, but they were running all over the place. And anytime you saw a few hinds, they almost always had a big male tahr with them. It's hard to explain what they look like when you've never seen one before, but the first one I saw reminded me of an African lion, a big male, because of the giant mane that they have. They're absolutely beautiful. They stand out on the mountain, and the hair makes them look 2 to 3 times bigger than they actually are. Well, every single one I saw looked like a big one. I was like, is that a big one? And Bree was like, no, it's not a big one. Is that a big one? No, it's not a big one. So I wanted to go after every single one. But finally, we glassed one up, and Bree said, that is a mature tahr. Let's make a stalk on it. So me, Skipper, Bree, and Tristan, who was videoing, started up the mountain.
He's in between. There's like a gully here.
Well, as we started up the mountain, we got about as close as we dared because a lot of these tahr, if they would see us, they would take off sometimes from 800 to 1,000 yards away. This big tahr was so busy chasing these hinds around that he wasn't too worried or keeping his eye out for predators, which he probably should have been doing. Well, Skipper had a dead rest and made a great shot on this beautiful tahr, anchoring him right on the spot.
Nice.
Well done. Nice. Good work. Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
That's awesome.
He was so beautiful. Did you see the cape on that thing?
Yeah, it came out, like I said, GQ.
Dude,
turned
it
to
was
the side.
unbelievable. I thought it was pretty when it was feeding, but when it came up on the rock and you see all the hair.
Gorgeous.
Oh.
He's a great
Everybody know
bull.
he was the king of the mountain.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely. Yeah, he's an amazing tahr. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Just
You know, like I said, the closest I've been up until about an hour ago was 300 yards. Now we got less than 3 inches. They are beautiful.
Yeah, and fragrant too, eh? What I love about him is this mane. It's so cool during the rut. He gets his winter cape and sticks his mane up on an end like that. Yeah, just an absolutely great shot. Way to go.
Thank you.
Man, congratulations.
Let's get him down the hill and finish the job.
Sounds good.
Well, with another animal down, it was time for me to whip out the outdoor edge and help Bree break this animal down so we could hike it off the mountain. How cool is that? That is that ELDX. That bullet mushroomed out perfectly. There's the back of it. ELDX 7 PRC, and it dropped it in its tracks.
Dropped it.
Nice job, buddy. That's pretty sweet. Well, by the time we hiked Skipper's Tahr off the mountain, it was too late to go after another. So we spent an amazing night in a beautiful wall tent and then got up early to head out the next morning in the dark.
Our one that we were looking at has moved off. I'm just trying to find him again and find that top one was with some nannies, so I would say he's still there someplace. We just can't see him from this angle. Oh yeah, I've got some nannies. They're right in there now. I'd say there's a bull with him.
We got multiple tar spotted.
Yes.
I know of 2. Do you see more than that?
4, yeah.
You see 4. There's 4 tar bulls. Just, you know, even the smallest one's bigger than anyone I've ever taken.
Yeah, but we want to shoot a mature one.
Easy. Freaking guides in these big mature animals. We closed the distance about 900 yards to one of the tar. There's a little patch of trees up here. We're trying to figure out our best approach.
Well, as we were hiking up the mountain, we're glassing tons of different tar. At one point, we spotted a mature tar that I dropped, got set up, and the tar ended up going into the trees. Now, we could have waited for hours to see if the tar came out of there, but Bree had a feeling that the tar may stay in the thick stuff. So we decided to cover some more country and see if we could find another one.
All right, well, we just hiked into this little patch of trees that were on the ridge near where we saw the tar, but looks like we're in the forest, Lord of the Rings or something. There's skulls laying around. I'm kind of scared right now.
Yeah, the orc skull there. That's.
Yeah, the orc got that one. Is that what they eat?
Yeah.
While hiking out of a big ravine, I glassed up and spotted another tar. It looked the same pretty much to me as all the other tar I'd seen, but when I pointed out to Bree and she put glass on it, she was like, "Oh, that's a big mature tar. Let's go after that one."
I spotted some nannies up here, and then Bree spotted a bull to the right of them. So we're gonna slip up here and...
Well, as you can see, this tar's surrounded by hinds. He's moving in and out, and I wanted a good shot at this tar.
Oh, that's pretty. I'm gonna wait till he steps out.
That bush.
Yeah, I'm gonna wait till he steps out of the bush.
Sounds good.
You got him okay in there.
Yeah, he's perfect. Okay, good.
So I waited until I had a good shot. I was on a dead rest, and one shot dropped that tar in his tracks.
Great shot.
Nice.
Dropped him.
Good shot. Good shot.
Well done.
Look at him roll down the hill. How sweet is that?
Well, congratulations.
That was awesome.
That was
Thank
great.
you so
Oh,
much.
there he goes, tumbling.
Is he rolling?
Yeah.
That was so awesome. 6.5 Creedmoor ELDX. And what's neat as this is my Mossberg Patriot. And I mean, that was not a tough shot. It was probably 189 yards, I think. And everybody this week on everything has been using those Hornady ELDX. And my chamois dropped on the spot. And then I decided to take that one through the shoulders too, so it wouldn't go anywhere. And that beautiful tar just dropped. Well, there was a ravine here. It's kind of cool because I couldn't even see it, but this is what I shot over. We shot from the trees behind us, and he was on the other side of this steep cut and up on that hill right there. The other neat thing is you can see I was shooting at a pretty good angle because I shot from the trees over there, the last trees actually, before you hit above kind of timberline here. But I was laying down, and the handy thing about these ranging binoculars from Leupold is that I was able to use the inclination feature, and it told me exactly what yardage I should hold for. In other words, on my CDS, on my custom dial system on my scope, I knew exactly what I needed to be set at. So that's pretty handy feature if you're shooting steep uphill or downhill. But you also get true yardage or yardage that you want to shoot for.
Well, it looked like it was going to be pretty easy to just cut right across to the tar, but because of a huge ravine in between us and the tar, where there was rocks, a rock slide, and a creek, it made it a little more difficult to get across over to that beautiful tar.
Fresh.
Well, once we got over to it, I got to admire what a unique, beautiful animal this was.
Look at that beautiful rascal.
Oh, I'm so
Thank
excited.
you. That is so cool. Look at that dude. They are crazy looking. Well, here is the beautiful, I mean, look at this thing.
Gorgeous.
Himalayan Tahr.
Cool. Yeah, a lot of respect for him. Big old guy.
And look at the hair. I mean, this is, I don't know if people can get a feel for how, I mean, look at that. It's got like 12 inches of hair.
Yeah.
Coming up. And that's that big mane that they have. And they are just absolutely gorgeous. Well, thanks again. I just wanted to pull them out so people could see and appreciate how beautiful these animals really are.
Yeah, blonde tips, really long hair.
Gorgeous.
Really cool. Mounts and flat skins.